Yamamoto, one of the best pitchers in the National League.
Peralta's got one of the best fastballs in the game. One of the hardest guys to square up in all of baseball.
Called strike three, outside corner at 98. Yamamoto rings the bell. And that's strike three, and a looping curveball freezing Suzuki.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Freddie Peralta is dealing, and the Brewers have been dominant. Fans rise to their feet in Milwaukee, and he likes it to a rousing ovation.
What a great matchup we have tonight, and what a big game for the Brewers and Peralta. He led the NL in wins with 17, won both starts against the Dodgers in July, including 6 innings of scoreless baseball and a 9-1 win. But Brandon Woodruff put it like this: we need to win every game that Freddie Peralta starts. He is the lone ace of this Brewers team. He looked up moments ago, and he saw Pedro, and he smiled, and he stuck his hands in the air. And Pedro, you tried to give him a message. But what is it about fastball Freddie that you think is so darn special?
Well, the fact that he's so deceiving. He's across his body, can shoot the low outside corner, just like he can shoot it up to you. He can actually vary where he throws his fastball. It's hard enough to get it by anybody. It's hard enough for lefties to pick it up. And it's also really deceiving to righties because he jumps at them. But he, believe it or not, his fastball is really effective, but he's going to need some secondaries to go along with it. His priority is going to be his fastball, but he must use some other secondary stuff that he has, changeup and slider or breaking ball, to kind of get by this tough lineup that the Dodgers have, because the Dodgers can take some pitches.
It's the biggest game of the season. How much trust do you have on him with it all on his shoulder?
100%. 100% trust on Freddie. Today is win day. It's Freddie day, but it's a win day. And just like Woodruff said, they need him to win one of those games that he won in the regular season for this team, especially being down 1-0.
And Curtis in Milwaukee, he's a different beast. 10-1, 1.85 ERA. Here at home, he's pretty much untouchable.
I think, like Woodruff said, not only do we need him to win every game, but you need him to win here in this ballpark in front of your fans. The energy has to come back in your favor, and you can do that by evening up the series. Also, another thing he does so amazing here, they talk about it being fastball Freddie. Can he keep the ball in the ballpark? Jimmy, you know this is one of the best homer hitting ballparks in all of baseball, and he actually does an amazing job in this place of keeping the ball in the yard. If he can do that tonight and these fans can rally around him, it could be a good day for him.
And as Pedro talked about that cross, how he steps, almost to the right-handed batter and throws the ball back across his body. As a hitter, it's all about angles. And we have we all face, well, you probably didn't face him, but a pitcher that had the best pitch in baseball. And it was a cutter. You know why it was so effective? Because of late movement and the angle. He creates that same cutter effect by stepping across his body, so that ball that's down away for a right-handed hitter, it is never close. And as a left-handed hitter, it feels like it's coming right into you. Then you look at it, it's more middle of the plate. So by just changing the angle, yes, does he need secondary pitches? Of course, because they'll be able to see him over and over again. But when he has this angle and he's hitting that pitch down away, and then he runs that two-seam run on the lefties that's down in or up and in, they never have a chance. It's hard to see. The ball away from you looks like it's on the other side of the planet, and that ball coming in looks like it's going to hit you. So if he's on, fastball Freddie's on, it's not just a fastball. He knows his angle. He knows when he's out in front, and he's very effective. And if he has the secondary stuff to go with it, I wouldn't be surprised if he had a performance like Blake last night from the other side.
So for Peralta, it's the fastball. Pedro, take me through the splitter of Yamamoto, because that is the pitch that he has put his name on.
Wipe out splitter. And I love his splitter, but he's going to have to be in the strike zone with it, because they know that they have to eliminate one pitch. And if I'm the Milwaukee Brewers, I'm not looking forward to chasing the splitter, because most of the time he uses it to put you away. They're going to have to hunt fastballs and fastballs in the strike zone. This is the total opposite to Peralta. Peralta might attack you with the fastball and put you away with the fastball most of the time, but this guy is going to try to put you away with the splitter. So they have to make sure that he throws it in the strike zone, or hang it, or attack the fastball, and let go on the splitter.
Yeah, last night it felt like they were getting destroyed by the changeup from Snell. They can't do that with Yamamoto's splitter tonight.
No, they cannot go out there thinking that they're going to chase that splitter and hit it. And this is a pretty good disciplined team in Milwaukee, but they're going to have to let go on the splitter and probably hunt the fastball in the strike zone.
We have seen Dodger starters go 6 innings constantly. I feel like Peralta, what do we need tonight? 6, 7 from him?
You're definitely going to need a lot from both sides, especially from Yamamoto. Last time here, he got lit up, so
Yes.
he's looking to change that.
It is, again, 2 of the best pitchers in baseball. Batters have not had success all year long. We are under 17 minutes remaining from the sultry sounds of Brian Anderson carrying us home. Got a few segments left. These fans are ready to go. Here, the Brew Crew is loud.
American Family Field, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the home of the Brewers. The rally towels are out once again as we get you ready for Game 2. This is the 2025 National League Championship Series. It is presented by Loan Depot. The Los Angeles Dodgers, the defending champions, against the team with the best record in baseball this year, the Milwaukee Brewers. Dodgers up 1-0 in this best-of-7 championship series. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Ron Darling and Jeff Francoeur. We'll hear from Lauren Shahadi in just a moment as well. What a thriller last night was. The Dodgers hung on to win. They have not lost a road game this postseason. And Ronnie, feels like we have a proper old-school starting pitching matchup here tonight.
We really do, but doesn't it feel like the Brewers have to win this game? The Dodgers have won 21 of their last 27 postseason series, but the Brewers have their best pitcher on the mound, and it's win day when he pitches in Milwaukee. 9-1 this year with a great ERA, the best ERA at home of any pitcher in the big leagues. And Yoshinobu Yamamoto is going for the Dodgers. He has been great all season. Went to the post 30 times, and All-Star. He was their most consistent starter all year long, but he lost his last start in the postseason and had a tough start here in July against the Brewers. You talked to Pat Murphy today, Frenchie. What did he say he'd like to see from his offense?
Well, I think first, guys, he's not facing Blake Snell tonight. He is not on the mound, which was unhittable. But I think in the 9th inning, we started to see what the Brewers were made of. You got some walks. You got ahead in the count. You hit the double to center field for Bowers. This is what the Brewers did all season. They got on. They saw pitches. They stole bases. They hit the ball the other way. And when it wasn't there, they passed the baton to the next guy. So for this team, there's a reason they won 97 games. And if they get back to doing this, they got a chance to send this series back to LA time.
Well, the Dodgers stole away home field advantage from the Brewers, who will carry that the rest of the postseason. Mookie Betts and company, Christian Yelich and the Brewers. We're getting you ready for Game 2. Lauren Shahadi after the turn, and then we play ball from Milwaukee.
I think just thinking about, where they're at as a staff, they're going to need length out of Freddie. And so just to, feel that, having Max in the 5, I think it just makes it a little bit more challenging for him, and just understanding that, trying to beat the starter. And I felt this lineup construction is the best way to go about it.
How much of a advantage is it to win a game 1 in which they have to use so much of their high leverage pitching and the way that game played out?
As a game, when not every win's important, but when you can, win a ball game and get looks at their leverage guys, and they've obviously, had to expend a lot of energy getting to this point. And so when you're looking at 4 games in 5 days, and still securing a win was huge for us. And, feel good where we're at on the pitching side, and obviously getting a look at a handful of guys yesterday as well.
They came into Milwaukee with the goal of at least taking 1 game here. Of course, they've already done that, picking up the win last night. Now, the offense, it was limited, only scoring 2 runs. But if you talk to the guys, and even Teoscar Hernandez, who spoke with the media this afternoon, he shared that the team should have scored more runs. Of course, that play that was a bit confusing in the moment there in that 4th inning. The guys, they thought it was caught in center field, so they thought it was an out. Going back to tag, ultimately the ball was in play, so they didn't have to do such things things. But for them, that's just something they turn the page. They understand they made the mistake. Even Teoscar saying in his own words, he messed up. But for that, now today they come into this one. They do want to get some run support for Yoshinobu Yamamoto early. So hopefully they can find ways to get to Peralta, and how the lineup is constructed, the hope is they can do just that, guys.
All right, hopefully they can come on with a 2-0 series lead. Kirsten, thank you very much. Still more to come. Last night, Freddie Freeman not only homered for the first time this postseason, it was also his first run batted in his career. Freddie's belted 15 postseason home runs, tied with Kike for 10th most among active players. Plus, one of the most talked about double plays in postseason history, the 8-6-2 DP that thankfully did not come back to haunt the Dodgers in Game 1. We'll break it down next. The insanity of it all, Jerry.
It was pure insanity. We're going to go access 3-6. You got the bases loaded and 1 out. Max Muncy gets a fastball up in the zone, drives it to center field. We think it's over the wall, at the top of the wall. It's gloved, and then it hits the top of the wall. He recatches it, and then now we got total mayhem. Teoscar Hernandez is out at the plate. You're going to see Teoscar Hernandez on the bat. As soon as the ball hits the glove, you can take off. As soon as to touch third base, and that little step, those 3 or 4 steps cost Teoscar Hernandez. They have the perfect relay. He's out on a force play at the plate by Contreras. Contreras able to stay on the plate, catches the baseball. He's out there at home, and then now you're going to see Contreras with a good presence of mind start to jog, and then touch third, eventually touch second base. That's really all you needed, the double play.
Teo talked about the play after last night's Game 1.
At first, I didn't see the ball hitting the wall. I thought he bobbles the ball, he bring it back, or whatever happened. But I didn't see the ball hitting the wall. I saw it once. Once the play was over, I realized I just up. It's just like one of those that you don't have to see it over and over to realize that you make a mistake. But now it's just on the past. Hopefully it doesn't happen anymore. And for the next time, I'll be ready.
It up a little bit. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, be his 3rd start of the postseason. And on the first pitch, Jackson Chourio sends one into deep right, and that one's going to fly out of here. Chourio with a home run to start it offensively for the Brewers.
Tell you what, man, you talk about bringing this place alive. 106 off the bat, 389. Chourio just missed one last night in the 9th inning, which would have been a walk-off 3-run bomb. Boy, Peralta kind of silenced the bats early, and then he brought this place alive.
Star was an all-star starter 2 years ago. He and Will Smith, 2 of the best. Freddie Freeman knocks it down, finds it, and finds Yamamoto covering first for the out. So after the home run, a couple of ground outs for Yamamoto in quick fashion.
Was Chris Carpenter for St. Louis against the Phillies.
Broken bat, Yelich a little roller over to Muncy, and he'll make the play. 3 ground ball outs. Yamamoto settles in, but not before some fireworks. And a high fly ball into left field. That is way back there, and that is going to be a gone home run. We are tied. Hernandez, like Freeman yesterday, hits a towering fly ball home run out of here. Hernandez with his 4th home run this postseason, his 10th RBI last night from Frelick. Pages to right field. That is down fair and into the corner. Kike Hernandez off to the races. Chourio gets it back to the infield, and Hernandez on his way. Throw to the plate, not in time. Dodgers grab the lead as Andy Pages drives in Kike Hernandez with a 2-out RBI double.
Well, and when you're not going well, guys, what are you always kind of told? Try to shoot one the other way, let it get deep.
and give Ps a lot of credit. You saw him go swinging at the first pitch, that one right there. Let it get a little more deep and drove it down, and Kike with great speed. And here, when you get that ball down in that corner right there, it's very tough. And you have a guy with speed not to score him.
Many times, right fielders in today's game try to take away the gap, so they're shifted over to right center.
Yeah.
So anything down that line is a long run to get there.
Third hit of the inning. Back-to-back 2-out hits produce the second run, and the Dodgers are in front. And back to the top of the order we go with Shohei Ohtani. Ps with his first RBI this postseason. In there, 0-2 the count. Fastball from Peralta. Showed Ohtani a lot of breaking balls in the first inning. Teoscar Hernandez with a homer, tied it. Andy Ps puts the Dodgers in front with a double. He'll be off and running with a crack of the bat. And Shohei Ohtani lines one to right. Churrio's there. Hard hit ball, but a liner right at the right fielder, Churrio. And a bouncer to Freeman. He fires to second. Out there. Yamamoto covers. That throw goes off the dugout facing. It'll stay in the field of play. 0-2 the count on Durbin. And a called strike three. Stuck the fastball right by him. And the first strikeout for Yamamoto. It is out number 2 of this second inning. Bowers, one hopper to Mookie Betts, and he makes a play that'll end the inning. Error to start the inning. Yamamoto pitches around it, and the Dodgers lead 2-1 after 2 in game 2.
Tyler, I love watching aces watch aces. What's one thing you learned about Blake last night and Yoshi tonight?
I think with Blake yesterday, I don't know if I learned it. I think I've always known Blake is just a dog. Like, I don't understand how anyone can hit him. It's just so unpredictable.
They don't.
It's insane. It's all 4 pitches he can throw at any count. No one can sit on anything. It's insanely hard to hit off him.
And what about Yoshi?
I think he's cool under pressure. I think he's always consistent. Like, anytime I see him during his workout or when he's on the mound, bullpens, he's always everything's the same. Like, very, very just consistent all the way around, and he's just a fun guy to watch.
Tyler, you saw these Brewers twice this year. What'd you take away?
They're really selective. They don't swing and miss a lot, and that's part of my game. They control the zone really well. But I think as long as I'm in the zone with some good strike the ball stuff, I'll pitch well.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Of 4 more pitches, and that is something they normally do quite a bit from everybody in their lineup. As Churrio cuts and misses, and Yamamoto wipes him out. Big fastball upstairs for Yamamoto. Picks up his second strikeout. He home runs in that series against the Cubs. 0-2 pitch. Line shot right at Betts. Hit it like a bullet, but right at the Dodgers shortstop, and Yamamoto puts up another 0. We go to the 4th, 2-1 Los Angeles. Of his league in Japan. He won the pitching triple crown 3 times as well. As he strikes out, Christian Yelich led that league in wins, ERA, and strikeouts on 3 occasions.
Reason why he didn't last long.
Andrew Vaughn gets jammed a bit. Fly ball to center. Ps puts it away. 2 up and 2 down. We kick it down to Lauren.
And Brian.
Be one of the big reasons.
0-2, 2 outs on Durbin with Sal Frelick at first base. And he got him. Back to the splitter he goes. And he strikes out Caleb Durbin. Inning is over. Strands a runner at first. 2-1. Dodgers. Yamamoto is dealing. Bowers, a high fly ball, right field, back on it, Hernandez. He's got it. Just missed it on the bat, and Bowers with a long, loud out. Bottom of the 5th, runner at first, tying run at first. And that ball's whistled into left field. Kike Hernandez right there to make the play. Churio hit it like a bullet. But out number 2. 100. Ortiz takes off. And the pitch is a called strike 3. No throw needed. Yamamoto drops a big curve on Bryce Terang. The inning is over. And it's still 2-1 Dodgers after 5. First ball swinging Contreras over to Max Muncy, and there's out number 1. Yamamoto back on the mound. Max Muncy, his 14th home run in the postseason for the Dodgers. That is the most in team history. And it was a bit of a silencer in the 6th inning. Gives the Dodgers a 3-1 lead.
Dodgers and Muncy have a knack to doing just what we just saw.
1 out for Christian Yelich.
I mean, think of it this way. It'd be so, we got a shot of Dave Roberts sitting on the bench. When your starters are good, when the manager is sitting on the bench, not standing up.
He's not on that top rail, is he? Not much to manage right now as Yelich beats one into the ground. And there is out number 2, a couple of ground outs to start this 6th inning. Your team, your players, your postseason. You can follow all the postseason action. Download the MLB app, the #1 app for live baseball. Another 1-2. And Vaughn right to Muncy. Soft liner in a 1-2-3 inning. Yoshi Yamamoto dialed in, efficient, and he's got the Dodgers in front 3-1 in game 2. Frelick on the ground, hits the mound. Betts with great footwork right there. Makes the play for out number 1. Amazing Mookie Betts has turned himself into this kind of shortstop.
One of the plate. So I would have to pick his shin guards, and that was the only way to keep the ball down.
Taylor Durbin grounds out. 2 up, 2 down, 2 ground ball outs. Yamamoto.
That's why they have the adage, good pitching beats good hitting.
Always. Cliche because it's true. Bowers rollover ground ball. Tommy Edman scoops it, makes the play, and Yamamoto carries on. Puts up another 0. He's retired 8 straight, and we go to the 8th with the Dodgers up 4-1 in game 2. Myers ready, the 1-2. Bouncing ball to third. Durbin coming in. Throw to first is just in time to get Hernandez. Both runners advance. Productive out for Teoscar Hernandez. Out number 1 in the 8th. 2nd and 3rd. Infield end with 1 out. And a base hit through for Edman. In to score is Smith. Muncy going to be held at 3rd, and it's an RBI single. Tommy Edman makes it 5-1 Dodgers.
Guys, there's just professional hitters that let the game come to them in these situations, and Tommy Edman is one of those. That ball was up in the zone, but knowing the infield's in, right? Just got to squeeze it through somewhere and
just make hard contact somehow, some way.
That's going to draw a visit from the Brewer pitching coach, Chris Hook. Dodgers adding on in the late innings. Tommy Edman with his 2nd hit of the game. He's got 4 RBIs this postseason, the NLCS MVP from a year ago, and he's made it 5-1. First at bat for Collins here, pinch hitting for Joey Ortiz. And a called strike 3 right on the edge. Impeccable command all night long. Yamamoto with his 6th strikeout.
This 4-seam fastball started in the middle and moved right to that corner. No sink, just drifted straight across home plate, right to that outside corner.
Top of the order here is Jackson Churio. First ball swinging, Muncy's got it. 2 outs. And now if you're Dave Roberts, you have to start thinking seriously about allowing Yamamoto to finish this game.
I don't think he's going to finish this game.
So?
I just, because of the big delay in the 8th inning, because the offense of the Dodgers, he's going to give him this inning, and I think Banda will probably finish it in the ninth. But let's see. I mean, we're watching baseball from the 70s and 80s now with this kind of starting pitching by the Dodgers.
Yeah, and if you go back to Game 2 of the wild card series, they threw him, I think, 111, 113 pitches against the Reds. So his arm's built up. If it was 2 to 3 to 1, I think, but you might be right. You might see someone else.
On the ground, Edman backhands it and makes the play, and Yamamoto breezes through the 8th. Will he come back out for the 9th? What a performance. Back-to-back brilliant starts by the Dodger hurlers. Yamamoto has hardly been in the stretch. That home run he gave up to Churio in the first was on the first pitch. He's only thrown 19 pitches in this game from the stretch. And in the windup, been in control the whole way. 2-2. And Contreras skies one to center. Dean settles under it. And there is out number 1.
That was a rare hanging breaking ball there from Yamamoto, but Contreras still couldn't handle it.
Yamamoto had a shoulder injury last year. He missed 3 months on the injured list. Came back, was ready for the postseason. There's a chopper to Yamamoto. He's got it. And the Dodgers are an out away from a 2-0 advantage in this best-of-7 series. Here he comes, the 0-2. And a swing and a miss. And Yoshi Yamamoto with his crown jewel as a Dodger. It is a complete game. He goes the distance. And the Dodgers win Game 2 by a score of 5-1. And Yamamoto stands tall on this night in Milwaukee.
We don't get to see it very often, but the smile that comes on a starting pitcher's face when he's got 27 outs, what a gem. And this might be the best splitter of a lot of good splitters on the whole night. This one just took off.